Hi, and welcome to Not the Fuck Gaming Podcast, a podcast where we talk about games and sometimes we don't say fuck. I am William Hououin, and I'm with.
Gruebitten.
All right, hi, Gruebitten. So it's been a while. I've been asked for a while to do this podcast again, and if anybody is mad or disappointed or something, it's on me because every time I ask Gru, hey, you up for a podcast this weekend? She always says yes. So it's on me. It's me. I'm lazy, and
Oh, no, you're
well,
not.
I got buzzy. To be completely honest, it was hard during the holidays, and after that I got sick. I'm still kind of recovering. But this time I'm gonna shake things up a bit. We're gonna start with reading the comments we got on last episode. And it's not going to be easy because it's been 2 months. So let's see if we remember what we talked about 2 months ago. So first, we have Zachariah from Old Man Gaming saying, yes, new episode. I'm always humbled and honored you read my comments. Thank you. Well, Zach, you're reading mine every week since like 2 years. So it's the least I can do. Go subscribe to Old Man Gaming. Gonna put the link in the description. So he says, Portia, Stardew Valley, and now my current game of choice, Kinseed. It seems like all the farming life sims have that insane save only when you sleep thing, and I don't understand why. I'm selling carrots and buying pigs here, not playing Dark Souls. Yeah, we talked about you didn't like, the not
Yeah.
saving all the time.
Stardew Valley's updated that, by the way. You can save anytime now.
Oh, this is good.
Mhm.
And since it's on mobile too, it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of Kinseed?
No.
Zach made a review video of that on his channel, and I've watched it, and it seems pretty good.
Oh, I'm going to have to try that.
I think it's only available on Steam. So since I'm not playing game on PC, it's kind of not for me. But
Yeah.
anyone interested in farming game, this one is definitely worth a look. It sounded pretty nice to me.
Yeah, I'm not into playing games on PC either.
I work on PC all day, I don't want to go to the basement in front of a PC with I really hate playing with a keyboard and a mouse. I really do.
I do too.
I did it during my, long ago when Baldur's Gate was current in gaming. So late 19, we'll say. I played on PC. But never liked the mouse and keyboard thing. I like to have a controller. So, anyway.
My last time playing on the PC, I play Roblox games a lot with my kid on PC. I keep catching myself like tapping the screen with my finger. I'm like, nope, can't do that. Can't just touch it.
All right, yeah. Then he says, cereal is just cereal till you add the milk. Then it's cereal soup. Thanks for the show, guys. Ramen is soup. Oh, yeah, we talked about that last time with Brad. By the way, Brad is going to be back on the podcast sooner than later. I hope there won't be a 2 months gap between this episode and the next. But yeah, I want Brad back on the podcast. That was super fun when we talked about Persona and Ramen. So, thank you, Zach, from your comment. Then we have One Man in Japan, which is Brad, which was on the podcast last time. Says, I appreciate the mentions and link. Thank you. Yes, thank you for coming. Hope you'll be back. Go look, One Man in Japan. He's doing a lot of stuff. He's living in Japan, and he's doing some videos about eating Japanese food and walking around cities and places in Japan. It's pretty cool. I'm going to put all the links to his stuff in the description. And then we got Ishan, my Discord moderator. By the way, I have a Discord channel. Link in the description if you want to join. Ishan will be very happy I mentioned the Discord, since I never do. He says, I'm first. Guess he was the first. So that was the comment we got on the last episode of the podcast. Any thoughts or comments, Guru?
No, it's been so long. I'm afraid that I really don't remember
Yeah.
that episode hardly at all.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It's on me.
No, it's not on you. No, absolutely not. I've been busy too. Winter's crazy, and Christmas especially.
True. So, all right. So we are done with the comments. So, Gru,
Yes.
Happy 2023. It's our first time speaking in 2023.
Oh, 23 is a good number.
Yeah, we'll see. It's kind of crazy in the world, but in gaming, it's kind of cool. So, what have you been playing since the last 2 months that we spoke?
Well, I've been playing a lot of things because, as you know, I got a brand new iPad for Christmas. So with that came a free 3 months of the Apple Arcade.
Oh, yeah.
I need to cancel that soon so they don't charge me for it.
Indeed.
So I've been going to town. There were a lot of things that just got deleted right away, but there were a few things that were really good. Should I start with the bad or the good?
Oh, go with the bad. I played a lot of Apple Arcade games, so I can't wait to see what you thought was bad.
Okay, the absolute worst one I played was called Illustrated. And
I haven't played that one.
It's supposed to be you put puzzles together.
Oh, yeah, it's pretty new, right?
Yeah, and it's just, It's not even a puzzle game. It's just, they put the pattern on the screen, and there isn't even, not that I saw, an option for taking the pattern off the screen.
Right.
So you have the background right there. You just like move the pieces around until they match and then drop it there. And it's so boring. It's just so boring. And then they have these super duper cheesy quotes that are just the worst kind of sappy. Let me see. I took a screenshot of one except it's kind of hard to read because I re-downloaded the game to get the quote, and I couldn't go through putting the puzzle together again because it was just too boring. Oh yes, here's their great quote that is on top of the puzzle.
I'm gonna put it in the video in when I edit it.
Yeah. Wonderland. An extraordinary nostalgic journey to a place where everything seems simpler and further from everyday problems. A place you remember since you were little and carefree.
Well, it seems they can't make a game, but they can write. It sounds interesting when you say it that way.
Really? I was like, yeah, okay. Yeah, that got deleted right away. So
Fair enough.
Do not recommend that one unless you want to laugh.
Maybe I will do a when I do a stupid video of 15 minutes of me playing a new game that I know pretty much nothing about. Maybe I'll do that.
I would recommend getting a second game because it's not going to take up.
Okay, I'm not going to stay 15 minutes. All right. I get it.
So that was awful. One that was a mixed bag that I liked the game, but just didn't work was Cozy Grove by Spry Fox.
Oh yeah, I played that. Yep, I've played that. seems. Go ahead. It's been a while.
Yeah. I love the game idea. I love the idea of the helping the ghosts and stuff and like going around and collecting things and crafting and all that stuff and expanding out your camp. That's totally up my alley.
Yeah, it's
Um,
pretty reminiscent of Animal Crossings in its
yes.
concept. Yeah.
Yes, yeah. It reminded me of it. Yeah. Um, the problem was the art style was so cluttered. I couldn't see what I was doing half the time, and so after a few days, I just ended up deleting it.
What I remember from it, but it's been probably a year, and I've played that maybe 4 hours, so it's been a while. But I remember it to be grindy, but not in a good way. Uh, Grindy in the I don't know if I
Boring
remember
way.
that correctly, but you had some kind of limit with time. You couldn't do more than X amount of things, and then you had to wait for the
Oh
next
yeah,
day. Yeah, okay.
yeah,
And it was
yeah.
limiting in a weird way. Why? Since you're not, Apple Arcade is pretty cool in the sense that there's nothing you can pay real money to for anything. So this is nice, but why gate me in a way that free-to-play games will gate you to sell you energy to, be able to play longer? I didn't understood that the way
It
they
does
did that.
seem like a bad idea to uh, tell your players, no, you can't play. Go play something else.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, it's weird.
yeah, and that was very strange. That you run like the ghosts will have a certain number of quests, and once they're done, and that's it. You have to wait till the next day before they'll give
Yes,
you more
okay.
tasks.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is it. Yeah. Yeah, I thought that was
Um.
weird. But if
Yeah.
you're into Animal Crossing, it's not I don't think it's a bad game. I don't think it's not like the one you've mentioned prior to this. I don't think it's a bad game. I think if you're into those type of games, it would be worth a shot.
Yeah, if you don't mind waiting, which I didn't actually mind waiting. So, yeah, the like I said, the gameplay itself I liked, but I couldn't see things because the art style just it did not work with me. So, but maybe if you like that art style and you don't have a problem with it, then it might be a good game.
So, any other bad games on Apple Arcade? I mean, there's a bunch, but that you've played,
Um,
or are
let's
we getting into
see.
good stuff?
Um, oops, sorry. Um, None that were just horrendous in the way that Illustrated was just I wondered what was the whole point. Um, but there were some that just weren't for me. Um, like I played Star Trek Legends,
Oh, I
which
haven't
is
played that one. It's multiplayer, right? It's online.
yes, it
Yeah.
is, and it's obviously set up like a free to play microtransaction thing. So I don't know how that works with the Apple Arcade thing. Whether I mean, is there microtransactions somewhere else?
No,
Just not on
no,
Arcade, but
nope, nope. Apple
oh,
Arcade
okay.
is very yeah. There's no way you can give money to any of those games.
Yeah, I know that from the
Yes.
Apple Arcade point, but some of these games are also on other platforms, and I was wondering if on, like,
Oh yeah,
say if
you're
I
right.
played it on Steam, is it a
Can you have the
microtransaction
same
game?
account? Yeah. Oh, that's a good question. I don't have an answer for that. Yeah, that's a
Oh,
good point. Or when you're playing the Apple Arcade version, you're just with people on Apple Arcade and you don't interact with people on Steam.
I don't know. I
That's a
don't
good
even know
question.
if it's on Steam.
If anybody is listening to us and have some insight on this, please let us know. Because I don't know. That's a good question. There's a bunch of those games that are on other platform actually. So that's a good question.
Oh, so basically it's like you have your team, and it's sort of like one of those card game things where you draw the cards of the characters, but they're not cards. You just you randomly draw characters, and then they're added to your crew, and then you do missions with them, and it's turn-based. The combat is all turn-based, and it's a nice game actually. It's not my thing, but if you're really into stats and stuff like that, you might enjoy it.
All right. I haven't played that one. Anything else that you enjoyed
Yes, I've
on
been
Apple
playing The
Arcade?
Pathless. I know you played
Oh
The
yeah.
Pathless.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
that one's good. I played Horizon Chase 2.
Oh,
Which,
I've played that quite a bit actually. Yeah.
yeah, racing games aren't my thing, but I thought I'd give it a try. I figured, oh, I'll do one race, and I enjoyed it so much I did 2 races. And
Oh, well, it's twice as much as you thought you would. Uh, I don't like racing game myself, to be perfectly honest, but I like those old school arcadey racing games like we had in the SNES days. I don't like the modern racing. I feel it's in a way too realistic. I like just arcade stuff. Uh, Horizon Chase 2 is definitely the best thing I've played.
yeah, the controls are
Racing game wise. Yeah.
very smooth. It's definitely a joy to play. I have very low tolerance for repetition, which is
Which is what racing games are about because you
yeah,
do the
you
races.
basically
Yeah.
do the same thing over and over and over again. So that's why I was like, yeah, I'll do it once. But yeah, like I said, it is a joy to do. So if you like racing games, definitely check it out.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Um, and I've also been playing The Last Campfire, which is really good too.
Oh, it's kind of a puzzly game, not platform, but I think I
Yes.
know what it is. Yeah.
Yeah. You is not a platform, but yeah, you figure out little, not the puzzles where there's 2 types of puzzle games. Like they say the puzzle game, but then there's like this matchy thing and stuff. And it's not really a puzzle. It's just it's like Candy Crush type stuff. Um and then there's the puzzle game where you're wandering through different scenarios, and you have to notice things and pick things up and move them to another place and interact with things. And as this is the latter, you go into different I'm blocking on the name, scenery, like a pond, and you're looking around, and there's a frog, and then there's a fisherman, and you talk to the fisherman, and then you go to another place, and you look around, and that kind of thing. And I'm not going to say too much because I don't want to spoil any of the puzzles, but
Yeah, and I think it's available on a few platforms too. So I'm gonna put some footage of that on the video if you're interested in it. Just look if your preferred platform has it. I know it's not just on Apple Arcade. I remember seeing it somewhere else.
and I haven't finished it, but so far at least there's been no like quick timing, have to jump at the right time type things. So if you don't have great reflexes, it's definitely a great game because you can do the puzzles and not have to worry about having the right timing or being quick or whatever.
All right, pretty nice, pretty nice. You've played a lot of games on the Apple Arcade.
Yeah. I've been going to town, I tell you. And the last one I've been playing is Dismantle, which I've been trying not to play because I'm like, because I bought that one. I'm like, okay, this is not Apple Arcade. I can wait to play this one until my free Apple Arcade expires. But I've been tempted, and I played some of it too. But you know about Dismantle, and you've got
I
videos
know.
on that.
Yep, it was my game of the year in 2022. Very, very good.
So you know why I've been tempted to play it, even though I'm like, I can wait. I can wait to March to
Yep.
play this.
Yes, Dismantle is not going anywhere, and 10 Tons, the company that made them, still updates. Well, updates. Make them, keep their games playable on mobile for a very long time. They have some very old mobile game that you can still play.
Oh,
So
nice.
Dismantle is not it's not going anywhere. You can definitely wait to play that. And they're still updating it. There's the new DLC coming out at some point in
But you
spring.
don't have
So
to wait.
you don't have to. No. You
Yes.
can play that right now if you want. There's a lot of content. Took me over 40 hours to get through it. And I didn't do like every side quest and haven't found everything. So there's a lot of content in this game.
Well, I'm not even off the island yet. I have only 2 of the batteries, so.
Oh well, you're halfway done in a way, since there's 4 to find, but the first 2 are kind of easier to get. We'll see.
Yeah, I kind of figured. I'm running
Good
into
on
a
you to
lot
have
harder
beat
enemies now.
good on you to have beat the bosses that have the fuel cells, because they're not easy. You have to think a bit. If you just rush at them and hit them, it won't work. You have to think a bit. You have many tools at your disposal to take care of things. You can be quite creative with Dismantle.
Yep. I have not managed to beat any of the shelters yet, though.
Those are hard. I think that you kind of need. I don't know if you have the kind of recipe to make sandbags yet, but
No, not yet.
yeah, you kind of need sandbags and like turrets, machine guns to take care of that. You won't win just with your character. It just
Ah,
won't work. Yeah. Well, I'm sure there's video of people winning with a, don't come at me mad. I know there's somebody somewhere that, you know, keep their character level 1 and did all the shelters with only the crowbar. I'm sure there is, but normal people will need sandbags and machine guns. This is what I'm saying, and I'm sure uh, there's so much, and I like those. It's kind of a tangent, but I like those challenge runs that people do, like you know, playing Resident Evil 4 only using the starter gun, no nothing else. And
I like them too. I especially like the silly ones.
yeah. There's a bunch of runs like that. That people just put limits on themselves and get through the game. I like watching them. It's like the speed running community. Speed running is pretty cool when you know where to look, but it's not something that I enjoy doing that much. It's a lot of work.
Someone did a pacifist run of Skyrim. See if they could complete the main quest without killing
Without, yeah,
anyone.
yeah, but this is cool.
Technically.
This is I like that. I really enjoy that because it takes a lot of creativity to find ways to get through things, and it's nice to see people really invested in a game and where they spent a lot of time learning it, finding how to get around uh, stuff. So yeah, I like that. I don't do them myself, but I like watching some of them.
Oh,
So
there's
all right.
one last game I did play on
Oh yeah,
Apple
go ahead.
Arcade, and that is Wildflowers.
Is it the Stardew Valley like game, but you're a witch?
Yes.
Okay, all
And
right.
I actually liked it enough that I put it on my wish list for the Switch.
Oh, yeah, cool.
And they are still adding content to it. I checked, and there's a content edition that drops later this month.
This is a pretty well-regarded game, actually. Pretty much everybody that plays it enjoys it. There's good reviews, and it won a few awards, too. So, definitely a game to... If you're in games like Stardew Valley, My Time at Portia, and other farming games, this is definitely one to look into. Yeah. I've heard only good things. Yeah. Is it a long game? Is there an ending to the game that
that's actually my one complaint, is that it has a really I liked the storyline a lot, but I also felt very railroaded by it.
Okay.
Your choices don't really matter.
Yeah, okay. It's less sandboxy than Stardew Valley, we'll say.
Yes.
More story focused. It's not necessarily a bad thing for some people, though.
No, it's not. And like I said, it's a good storyline. So, but don't go into it thinking that you're going to be able to choose one side or the other. You only can choose one side.
Yeah,
they put you on. Because I tried making friends with the bad person, because I was like, I actually think they're the coolest person on the island, and I want to try. Can we just like take over together? But you're locked at only one heart with them. You can't become besties with them. And I'm like, darn it.
That's a bummer if you want to be evil.
Yes.
But oh well, All right. I'm gonna try to put some footage of all of those games, so people can have an idea of what they look like. Played
a lot
anything?
of games I just gave you.
That's a lot of games.
That.
That's another. There won't be a long footage of any of them, but I'll try to include something for all of them.
Well, that'll teach you for going for months, huh?
Yeah, that'll teach me. Played anything else in 2023?
I'll leave it at that. How about you? What have you played?
I've played lately. Well, since we spoke, it was not necessarily in 2023, but I've played a game called Afterplace. It's made by one dude, Ivan Kais, and he made everything from the music to the art, programming, the story, And you play in portrait mode on your phone. You hold your phone like an old Game Boy. So
wow, that's unusual.
That's unusual. And this is so well done. It's kind of Zelda-like with, it's such his own thing. There's like nothing that really compares to it. I've tried to find, and I spoke with people in that community. They have a Discord channel and stuff, and nobody can think of a game that is really like that. You can speak to all the NPCs, and NPCs have a lot to say. And when you think you're done, you can speak to them again, and they'll say something else, and they will react to what you do. When you start the game, you end up in a little garden, and there's a bunny there chopping some woods, and they say hello to you. And if you just run by and you just go to the next screen, they say like, "Oh well, all right, just walk through my garden, all right." Or
that's cool.
Or at some point I don't want to spoil it. It's definitely a game to experience for yourself as blind as you can. And if you don't want to, well, I made a playthrough on my channel, so you can go and look at what it is. But at the beginning, very, very beginning, you get to learn to use your sword, and there's a crow on a tree. They say, "Hey, you can slash those bushes if you want." And so you slash one, and the crow will say, "Oh, good job! You did great. And then you slash another bushes, and the crow will say, "Hey, that's good. You're getting really into it." Then you slash another one, and the crow will say, like, "Dude, there's no coin in those bushes. Is that what you're looking for?" Because it's very Zelda-like the way you cut those bushes. And then you continue, and then the crow will always react. At some point, he say, "All right, I made a serial killer of bushes. All right,
Oh
I
my
shouldn't
god,
have told him to cut the bushes." Anyway, this is
that's
this is
awesome.
yeah, this is really cool, and it's open world. You can do the game in any order you want. You can not talk to anybody and finish the game. You can
Wow.
talk to everyone. You can make friends. It's gonna influence the ending. There's like 8 different endings to the game, depending on who you've met and what choices you made. This is took me 10 hours the first time to get through it. It's not a super long game, but there's a lot of secret to uncover, and I'm still not done with it. Went through it like 3 times, and I will go back. This is a fantastic game, and it's like in USD. I think it's like $6 game. No in-app purchases or anything. You just buy it once, and that's it. So really good. So I've played that and enjoyed that a whole lot. Uh, and right now, I mean, I've played a bunch of things, and I feel such like a not a traitor, but I don't feel consistent because I've been saying for a while now, enough with roguelikes and roguelite and rogue game. Everything is rogue these days. Everything is those games you start, and when you die you start from the beginning type of deal,
Ugh.
like Rogue Legacy, Dead Cells. There's a bunch of those games now, um, and I've been playing a lot of rogue-like games lately. Fury Unleashed, I've played that on stream. It's the comic book rogue game. I got it on sale for $2, and it was definitely worth it. It's pretty cool. You see, every room is a square in a comic book, and so you start from the upper left, and the exit is in the lower right of the pages. This is very well done.
Mhm.
High action game. Got some upgrades. There's a skill tree you can upgrade with currency. You get bloods from, well, it's not blood, it's ink, they call that, because comic book. But and you can upgrade your skill tree and get stronger, and finally at some point finish the game. So I've enjoyed that quite a bit. But right now, what I'm playing is Scourgebringer. It's another roguelike game, one-time purchase. And, I finally found the word. I've been playing that. I'm 30 hours in now. And I've bought that late January. So I've played that a lot. And I finally found the word to describe it, and it's exhilarating. Exhilarating? I've never said this word out loud. It's super fast. You cannot touch the ground in an entire room when you kill enemies.
Wow.
This is a fast game. This I'll put footage on screen because it's really hard to describe it for me. But I've been addicted to this. I'm listening to the soundtrack on the bus because the soundtrack is. I don't know if you've ever heard of the Doom 2016 soundtrack. It's like a metal soundtrack, and it's very, very high quality, highly regarded in the let's say, video game soundtrack sphere. And I think this soundtrack is as good, if not better than that. It's one of the best video game soundtrack I've ever heard.
Oh,
It's very different, but it's on par with the Persona 3 and 4 and 5 soundtrack. It's on par with Doom 2016. It's very everything. The pixel art is amazing. the controls are, once you get the hang of it, it took me like 5 hours to really understand how to control the main character. But yeah, I'm having a lot of fun with Scourgebringer. But it's a hard game. I went to look at some reviews, and I'll put it on the screen right now. The reviewer says like there's 5 worlds to get through without spoiling, let's say, and he cannot make it to world 2 and says, "Man, this game is too hard even for fan of those genre of games."
Oh
And
wow.
yeah, I think it just didn't play it enough, because once you get the hang of it, of the combos and how the game works, it gets quite manageable. Just this morning, I made it to World 5. I was quite happy about that. I can make
Holy.
it to I can make it to World 4 consistently now. So
Wait,
and
when
there's a
you
bunch.
say start over, do you mean you have to start over at World 1?
Yes, but
Oh my,
it's yeah, but it's a
that's
short game.
crazy.
Yes, but it's not a long game. Usually I die after like 16 minutes, and I made it to World 4. So it's you can go through the game in 10 minutes if you speedrun it, if you're really efficient in how you do. But the thing is that getting efficient is the hard part, because you have to really learn the mechanics and how the enemies will attack, when it's your turn to attack, when it's your turn to retreat, how to use the rooms, the environment to shield stuff. And it's man, it's so good. I haven't felt that good playing a game in the sense of getting better at a game since Ninja Gaiden Black on the original Xbox. It's not for everybody. It's hard. It's a very skill-based game, but if you're into that, it might be the best I've ever played. So
Wow.
anyway,
It
yeah,
sounds like you love it.
I love it. I really love it.
I will
Uh,
definitely leave it to you.
yeah, this is a very this is a type of game that are for a certain group of people. Well, like farming games, like Minecraft. Like, not everybody likes Minecraft, um, but those who enjoy Minecraft definitely get a lot out of it. So
I like
yeah,
Minecraft.
yeah, I know. My son likes Minecraft too. There are millions of people that really enjoy it. So anyway, that's pretty much what I wanted to plug in what I've been playing.
Wow. Gotta watch some of your videos of it then.
Yep, I
Definitely.
hope.
That's
I'm trying to get better at it so I can stream it. Because talking while gaming is, I like doing that with games I know well.
I
So
can't even imagine trying to talk and game at the same time. Like read
yeah,
chat.
and
Yeah.
read chat. Yeah, yeah. So
Yeah.
I'm getting better. Once I can complete the game on a regular basis, I'm gonna stream it for sure. All right, done with that. Let's go to the next thing. So now we are in 2023. Do you have any hopes for gaming this year?
Well, the year has started off great. I mean, with all these Apple Arcade games, I've been having a blast just trying out a bunch of new games, and that's always fun. Um, but in general, I think I hope to have some good new like farming games, some good new like general open world games. And speaking of open world games, there's a game I've been following for a long time now called Rising World. It's not well known. It's unfortunately PC only. It's been made by one guy, Red. Um,
It's the
and
It's the Minecrafty game, right?
Yeah, it's like a realistic Minecraft, and it is basically it's an open world. You spawn in with nothing, and you gather resources, you build your town, you just you invent your own game pretty much. You go mining, you go caving. There are some underground ruins with skeletons in them to fight and treasure chests. But mostly it's pretty realistic. The enemies are bears and like in the savannah there's tigers. Um and A few years back, he decided that he was doing it on Java, and he decided that he really wanted to change, um, like, game platforms. So he started the whole thing over again from the beginning, importing it over to Unity, I think? I'm not sure.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
not real.
probably it would make sense. That or Unreal. This is pretty much the two big ones. So
Yeah, so he's been
probably.
redoing the whole game from scratch for the last 2 years. And this year, it's finally to a playable state. But unfortunately, my old, weak computer can't run it. It can't run the
Oh
new
man, that
beautiful
sucks because you've
version.
been waiting for this for like 3, 4 years now, probably.
Yes.
Yeah.
But of
Oh
course,
man.
everybody who bought into the early access on the Java get both versions for free, so I can still play the Java.
Oh, all
Um,
right. I
but
guess.
that still runs. It's still exactly at the point it was when you left it, but yeah, the new version, it looks so amazing. I keep seeing these screenshots, and people are playing it now and posting screenshots of their builds, and it's just you can build curved things. Like, I loved Minecraft, but the squares
Yeah, it's all
really just
blocks. Yeah.
started getting to me after a while. If you wanna make a curved thing, you have to make it in large scale so that the visual, whatchamacallit, effects come across as curved. But no, you can actually make actual curves, and I guess only
This is
people
what
who are
they.
really into building on Minecraft would get really excited over being able to make circles, but yes, I'm so excited about circles.
we we both like games, but we are excited by different things in gaming.
Yeah.
Which is why I like having you with me on this podcast. We definitely bring each our own thing, and this is great. I'm not, I'm not a builder in games, so curve things or block things to me are both meh. But I understand. I can understand though that you want to build things with only squares. It probably sucks at some point, you know.
Oh, and
You
if you're German, the developer is German, so, there's lots of, there's half the forums are in German, so it's a great game to play if you're German. So, there's not a problem with, like, getting help or something.
It's crazy that it's part of my hopes for 2023. I feel I'm not the one making the games, but I feel as technology advance, it's getting easier to make games for a small team or even one person. I mean, this dude making Rising World, maybe he would have not been able to do that 20 years ago. Uh, but now with the tools we have, he can. And I think I have really high hopes for indie gaming in 2023 and forward. Indie gaming has been dwarfing at least for me, the AAA video game industry in terms of new games and accessibility, and this is a great time to play games and to make games, I think. And I hope to see more indie games in the next year. This is definitely one of my hopes.
Yeah,
And I think
same
it's
here.
great.
I love seeing the unique concepts people come up with. Sometimes they don't work, but sometimes it's really fascinating.
Yeah, it is. There's more and more games made by very small team. And yeah, I definitely enjoy that. One game I've been keeping an eye on. They did a Kickstarter. I'm not one to really put money into Kickstarter stuff because there's a lot of sad stories about Kickstarter. But
Yeah.
after anyway, I'll put something on the screen. It's a Metroidvania 2D made by a small Chinese studio, and it looks to be pretty amazing. Um, and I'm looking really forward to that. Should be out around my birthday in April on PS4, and probably Steam and Xbox. But I'm playing mostly on PS4, so and I can't wait to get my hands on it. So this is one of the things I'm looking forward to this year.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing that too, or you play it. Because
I'm probably gonna stream it.
the 2D side scrollers aren't my cup of tea, but I love watching you play them.
I really like playing them. This is pretty much my favorite types of games. Something else I want to stream this year is The Devil in Me, the latest released from Supermassive Games. It's like remember Until Dawn and The Quarry, those horror games.
Yeah.
Where you make choices. Well, The Devil in Me is the latest in those for that company. So
oh, cool.
We got it at the library, so I should be able to bring that home for free in a few weeks. So I'm looking forward to streaming that. I love those games, and I feel they're pretty perfect streaming material as they're not hard to play, and this is pretty much like a movie anyway. So
yeah, they remind me of those choose your own adventure books.
This is exactly that. Yeah, this is definitely a choose your own adventure story game. So, and you never get a game over in those games. You just have a bunch of people and you finish the game with whatever are still alive. And the ending will change depending on who you kept alive. So this is something I'm looking forward to in 2023. Anything else on your side for the next year, gaming wise?
Nope. I've been pretty happy with the games that have been coming out. Like you said, yeah. We've had a lot of good stuff coming through. Keep it up.
Yeah. Yes, indie dev. Keep leaving your day job and focus on the games so we can play them. This is this is what Ivan made for he was trying to make Afterplace with a regular full-time job, and he was doing it on the side, and it wasn't, it takes a lot of time and effort to make a game, so it was not progressing, and so he left his day job. He told the story on I can't remember if it was in an interview I read or on the website, and he say, like, to the dismay of my family and friends, I left my day job to focus on my game.
Oh, I
And
bet there was dismay. Oh
yeah,
my
well, I
gosh.
mean,
I can
I don't know
imagine the
how
drama.
I don't know how my wife would react if I told her, well, that job I had for the past few years, and I'm bringing money home. Well, I'm not doing that anymore. I'm gonna make a game, and we'll
Oh
see where
my.
it leads. No,
Oh
yeah,
goodness.
it would be. Yeah, I don't know how it would work out, but I'm glad he did, and I think he made the right choice because he's having quite a nice success with it. So,
Well, that's awesome.
but it's definitely a gamble, you know.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, keep doing that in the game dev. We'll support you. We'll make me and my. I'm gonna promote your game on my 200 or so subscriber channel. You'll make bucks. I'm gonna. But yeah, I'm gonna enjoy them. That's for sure. So we are a gaming podcast, but I feel that it's important to tackle some important society questions. So this week, here's the question. It's a long one, so stay focused. A witch has cast a spell on you, turning you into an inanimate, non-electronic object for a year. To be changed back into human form before the year is up, you need to be able to get at least 100 people to touch you. What inanimate object would you be? Good luck.
A pencil.
A pen? Where? What pencil? Where would that pencil be?
Well, I
Because if it's
didn't realize we had got a choice of where, but I guess that's just the first thing that popped into my head. Of course, you always run the risk that you might end up like dropped in the garden or gutter somewhere, and then nobody ever touches you again. But
yeah, or stay in the box at the store that sells it, and nobody touches you.
well, I assume that eventually you get sold, but I mean, people buy a lot of pencils.
That's true. That's true.
My dad wanted pens for Christmas.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, the weird Christmas asks, and we went around to all these bookstores and stuff trying to find fancy pens to buy him for Christmas. Could not find any. Nobody's selling like fancy pens anymore. So we
Where?
ended up going at the last minute. We ran out of time to CVS and buying some packs of pens.
Well,
And we
you gotta be
also
careful
bought
at what
him.
you ask.
Also bought him like some pink pens with like big flowers on them, just for something. Because
Well,
it
he
was the
got his
only
pen.
thing we could find at the fancy bookstores, like silly pens. So,
Well,
um,
yeah.
but as it turns out, he keeps saying how much he loves the Christmas gifts. So I guess he just needed pens.
Well,
Like,
he got what he
okay.
wanted.
Um, yeah, they're, $3 at CVS, but okay.
Hey, it's leaving you more money to buy a new PC to play Rising World.
Oh, I guess I
So,
don't need to feel bad about that kid.
so I would be on my end. I would be a man. I should have. I know what it is, but I don't know the word. I would be at the Walmart entrance. The thing to the hand sanitizer bottle that they put. I
Oh,
would be
very.
that. And so after 2 days, I guess I would be turned back into human form because everybody's touching those now. So that would be my answer. I would be
Unless you're one that does it automatically without no touch.
shit. Yeah. No. There would be a pump. You would have to press the pump.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
why not just be a door handle?
I see. Now you're talking. Yeah, a door handle to a convenience store. You would be back human form in 2 days, maybe even less.
Yeah.
All right. So that's it, I guess. I hope I hope the people listening to this enjoyed our ramblings on video games. And thank you very much for talking games with me.
Thank you.
And yeah, anyway, that's all for now. Thanks for watching, and bye bye.
Bye.